In a universe veiled in mystery, where stars whisper forgotten tales, one soul dared to listen. Her name was Kaylin, a cartographer of the cosmos, not by trade, but by calling. While others mapped known galaxies, she sought the uncharted territories of existence, the hidden truths that lay dormant in the fabric of reality. Her study was a sanctuary of ancient scrolls and celestial charts, each one a stepping stone on a path no one else had walked. With a satchel filled with cryptic maps, star-forged compasses, and artifacts that hummed with latent energy, she stood at the threshold of a world, ready to step into the great unknown. Her quest wasn't for treasure or fame, but for something far more profound, the ultimate answer to the universe's greatest question. Her journey began with a single step through a shimmering portal, a tear in the fabric of her reality. She emerged into a world bathed in the light of twin suns, where crystalline forests chimed with every gentle breeze. The air itself tasted of magic and possibility. But this beauty held a challenge. To earn the first piece of the puzzle, she had to solve the riddle of the echoing spires, giant crystal formations that repeated a traveler's deepest doubts. Kaylin faced her own fears of failure and insignificance, her voice steady as she answered the phantom echoes with declarations of a purpose. Her resolve solidified the air, and a single, luminous shard detached from a spire, pulsing with a map to her next destination. She tucked it away, her heart a little lighter, her spirit a little stronger. The universe was testing her, and she was ready for it. The next world was a stark contrast, a realm of perpetual twilight where islands of obsidian floated in a silver, gaseous sea. Gravity was a suggestion, not a law. Here, she navigated by leaping from rock to rock, her movements guided by the faint hum of the next clue. The challenge was one of trust in her own abilities and in the unseen currents that held this strange world together. She encountered the silent watchers of this realm, shadowy beings who communicated not with words, but with shared feelings of loneliness and hope. By showing them empathy, by understanding their silent vigil, they gifted her a key forged from solidified shadow. This key didn't open a physical door but unlocked a new perception within her, allowing her to see the invisible pathways connecting all things. The puzzle was becoming clearer, not as a map to a place, but as a journey into understanding. From the sea of shadows, she traveled to a world that was a living library. Every plant, every stone, every drop of water was a book, its story written in a language of color, texture, and scent. To navigate this vibrant, overwhelming archive, Kaylin had to unlearn everything she thought she knew about knowledge. She couldn't just read, she had to experience. She tasted the sorrow of a weeping willow, felt the joy of a sun-drenched flower, and heard the epic of a mountain range carved by time. The keepers of this library, whimsical sprites made of pure light, challenged her to find the one true story. After days of immersion, Kaylin realized the trick. There was no single true story. Truth was a symphony of every voice, every perspective, combined. In understanding this, the sprites giggled in delight, weaving her a cloak from threads of starlight, a garment that would protect her in the final, daunting leg of her journey. Her travels led her deeper into the cosmos, to the very heart of creation, a place known only in whispers as the Nexus. It wasn't a planet or a star, but a silent, infinite void where thought became reality. At its center waited the Guardian, the powerful entity that held the key to the ultimate truth. It did not have a name or a form, appearing to Kaylin first as a colossal being of swirling galaxies, then as a perfect reflection of herself. It spoke not with a voice, but directly into her mind, its questions echoing with the weight of eons. The entity didn't test her strength or her knowledge of ancient lore. It tested her heart, her compassion, her wisdom. It presented her with visions of power, offering her the ability to reshape worlds to her will, to erase pain and suffering by force. It tempted her with the one thing she thought she wanted: control. But Kaylin, tempered by her journey through worlds of doubt, shadow, and interconnected stories, saw the flaw in the offer. She remembered the echoing spires and knew that erasing doubt also erased growth. She remembered the silent watchers and knew that taking away loneliness could also take away the joy of connection. She remembered the living library and knew that a single, enforced perfect reality would be a silent, dead one. With a calm that surprised even herself, she rejected the entity's offer. She didn't want to control the universe. She only wanted to understand it. She asked not for power, but for clarity. This was the final test. The entity, which was never a guardian but a guide, receded. The void filled with a light so pure, so absolute, that it was everything and nothing at once. In that light, Kaylin didn't just see the truth, she became part of it. She understood that the universe wasn't a riddle to be solved, but a story constantly being written, and every being, no matter how small, held the pen. The return journey was not through portals or across strange seas. It was an awakening. Kaylin opened her eyes to find herself back in her study, the ancient maps and artifacts lying just as she had left them. The sun streamed through her window, but it seemed warmer, more brilliant than before. The world outside was the same, yet she saw it with entirely new eyes. The star-forged compass on her desk no longer pointed to a physical direction but pulsed with a gentle, inner light. Her quest was over, but her true journey was just beginning. She had gone seeking a singular, hidden truth and found instead an infinite, shared one. The universe wasn't hiding its secrets. It was screaming them in every sunrise, in every conversation, in every act of kindness. The change within her was profound, a quiet revolution of the soul. Kaylin didn't hoard her discovery. She began to share it, not through grand pronouncements or complex theories, but through simple actions and stories. She taught children to see the histories in the stones beneath their feet. She encouraged astronomers to listen for the music in the stars, not just measure their distance. She didn't give people answers, she gave them better questions. She showed them that the maps to the universe's greatest truths weren't hidden in forgotten temples but were folded neatly within their own hearts, waiting to be unfolded. Her quest inspired a new generation of explorers, not of galaxies, but of connection, of understanding, and of the self. Kaylin, the cartographer of the cosmos, had charted the most important territory of all, the boundless potential of an open heart and a curious mind, reminding everyone that the greatest adventure is the one that leads you back to the wonder of your own world. Thank you so much for watching this journey unfold. If Kaylin's story resonated with you, consider subscribing and joining our community of seekers. Until next time, keep exploring.